Good morning, guys. Welcome to reading class. Marvin of the Great North Woods is the story we're going to continue working. Let's review the vocabulary. Cord is a unit of measurement for cut wood. Depot is a station, a railroad station, or a bus station. Flapjacks are pancakes. Grizzly is a large, fierce bear of North America. Snowshoes, shoes with wooden frame and stripes of leather, stretch across. Bookkeeper is a person who keeps a record of business account. Person, okay? So lumberjack is a person and a bookkeeper also is a person. Let's read the book, pages 262, 265. I have the book ready here. These are the pages we're gonna read. 262 here to 265. Let me magnify this one because probably we're not gonna read well. Let me read the first part. A note from the author. A note from the author. Marvin Lasky was born in 1907. So Marvin was a person, was a boy. Marvin Lasky was born in 1907 in Duluth, Minnesota. He was the first child born in America to Ida and Joseph Lasky. Okay, this one was mom and dad, Ida and Joseph Lasky, who had emigrated from Tsarist Russia to escape the persecution of Jews. Jews, what happened in Russia? What happened on those part of Europe? Jewish people, los judíos, what happened with them? They were persecuted. Jewish, los judíos fueron perseguidos. They were trapped. They were forced to work in concentration fields. Most of them, well, actually, thousands of them were killed. And thousands of them died of hunger, died of illness, okay, murieron de hambre, enfermedad, and other thousands were killed. So they escaped. This couple escaped from Russia because they were Jewish. Continue reading, please. The story of their escape in 19 was told in my novel, The Night Journey. The Night Journey. Are you ready? Accepted Edith. She was in the waiting room. In 1918, an influenza epidemic swept through the United States, just like what happened with COVID-19. COVID-19 was a new virus in the world and killed millions of people. It's incredible. Yes. It's unbelievable. Millions, no thousands, no miles. Murieron millones in the world. Yes, Gabriel. If you search in internet how many people die due to COVID-19.
People.
Yeah. Yeah, if you look in the internet and you write how many people
die, but I don't know cuántas people die about the COVID-19.
How many? Internet says 6.12 millones de personas. Millones, okay? Millions, not thousands, not 1,000 people.
Wow, it's a lot of people.
So that's the same happened this year in 1918, an influenza epidemic swept through the United States. The disease was the worst, la peor. The disease was the worst in the cities. Among large population, okay? In big population, it was the worst. Old people and young children were most vulnerable, exactly like COVID-19. Old people and kids were the most vulnerable. Ida and Joseph believed that they might save at least one of their children. Oh my God, this is unbelievable. It says salvar al menos uno of the children if they could arrange for that child to go far from the city. How? How could he save at least one child? Send the kid away from the city. Marvin was not chosen because he was loved most. Joseph and Ida loved all of their children. Girls in that era, however, were never permitted to travel far. See, girls were not permitted, never permitted to travel far from home by themselves. Why? Just because they were girls, solo porque eran niñas. And the last place a girl will ever be sent was to a logging camp. Marvin, this kid, this one at age 10 years old. Marvin, therefore, was sent by himself on a train to a logging camp in the great North Woods of Minnesota. Marvin Lasky, my father, is now more than 90 years old. The last time he skied, look at him, was at age 83 in Aspen, Colorado. He still has a good head for figures. Okay, so this one is a real story. Right, Ryan? What are you looking at, Ryan? He was sent away to save his life from influenza epidemic. 10 years old, Marvin Lasky has left his parents and sisters and has traveled to the Northwoods to work there as a bookkeeper. Mr. Murray, who manages the lumber camp, shows Marvin around the camp. Okay, let's see. The first one who reads. I'm gonna start bottom. Okay, I am gonna write down the names because I need all of you read. Let's begin with Ryan. Read, Ryan, please.
All the 18 students.
Well, I will try all the kids read through these 3 classes of reading this week. Ryan, let's begin.
Okay.
10-year-old Marvin.
No, that's not the part you have to read. I read that part. So every time I said a kid, read, and you are lost, you got -1. Porque no está poniendo atención. You have to start here. As they entered the camp.
The longest shadows Marvin had ever seen stretched across the snow, and he realized with a start that the shadows were the lumber hats walking in the moonlight. He could smile.
He could
smile.
Smell, no smile. Smell. Hey.
Hey, and
Manner.
And saw
the silhouettes
of horses jumping in a snowy
Cora.
forest
Snowy Cora.
from a nearby log building.
Heard. Heard.
Heard the
Heard. No hair, no. Heard. He heard.
the lively
Uh-huh.
peak of a coyote.
Manure. Manure.
Mhm.
Famous
Where are you reading? From a nearby log building, he heard the lively squeaks of a fiddle. It seemed
seemed for a moment as if the horses were keeping
pin.
time to the music. Mr. Murray must have to the same
Thought.
one.
Thought. If you don't know how to say the word, tell me. Thought. Okay, dígame. Miss, this word? But when I listen that you mispronounce words, and this is in general, I make that correction. What do you have to do? Repeat that word. Have thought the same.
The same. You want to watch the horses dance or the hags?
Jacks, no. Hats, no. In English, la H suena como una J. Y la J no suena así, no suena hats. No, that's a mistake. Jacks. He
laughed.
laughed. He laughed.
Come along, we'll take a look.
Okay, thank you. It doesn't matter if you're ready, read. If you're ready, read. If I see kids that are not in class, I can ask you again. Like Ryan, va? Waiting room because you turn off your camera. Okay, another student, remember that I can also make questions about the story. Suba.
When they entered the building, the long shadows from the yard suddenly
sprung to
sprung
life.
Marvin started in immense men.
That was a period. Ahí había un punto, miren. Marvin starred. That es una sentence de dos palabras. Immense
Men with long beards and wild hair were jumping around to the fielders like a pack of frantic whistling. Birds, they were the biggest and wildest men.
Wildest. Because it's the same word. Wildest.
Men Marvin had ever seen. Marvin could have watched the dancing all night, but Mr. Murray said, "Come on, Marvin, we start early in the morning. I'll show you where
because this is
I'll show you where you'll be living."
Okay, thank you. Alan, continue. So the fiddler, in this case, the fiddler, this one, where the word is the violinist. Okay, is a violinist. But I cannot find the word. You said the word. This one, este, is a violinist. Okay, they were playing violin and dancing. Continue, Alan. Alan, we will be the next one.
Miss Murray took Marvin.
Well, let me move this. sorry, Mr. no Miss, Mr. Murray
Mr. Murray took Marvin
took, not
to
talk,
the,
took
to the,
Marvin
sm- to the small office where he would work and sleep. And in
Duluth.
Duluth, Marvin had to share a bedroom with his two younger sisters, and all of their dolls and toys, but this room was all his, and he liked it.
He liked it. Okay, continue. A bed
with a
bear
skin on it sat across from a wood stove. Nearby wood was stacked
neatly.
Okay,
thank you. Jose Enrique, continue. Suwak, stop playing with the camera.
The big desk had cubby holes for papers, envelopes, glue pops, and blotter strips. And on the desk, there were blocks of paper and a big black
ledger.
There were pencils in a blue glass jar, as well and in marble
Hopped.
Somewhere there was a very good fountain pen.
A fountain pen. Okay, thank you. Let's see another one. Diego, continue. Continue, Diego. Do you know where you have to read? Diego, do you know where you have to read? Diego, do you know what part you have to read? Diego, are you listening to me? I'm asking you if you know what part you have to read. What happened today with you, Diego? You wouldn't want to talk to me. You have to start reading here.
In addition to keeping the payroll, Mr.
Murray, you were not listening to your classmate. Este nombre lo han dicho muchas veces. Mire, aquí, más arriba, and you don't know how to say it. Mr. Murray.
Mr. Murray said, "You have another job. The first bell in the morning is at 4 o'clock.
Very early.
Second bell at 4:15. 4:15. Third bell is at 4:20. By 4:25, if any jack is still in the sack he and returned late. So you son are the fourth bell starting tomorrow. You go into the bunk house and wake Les and return. How?
How? Okay. Thank you. Ivana, continue.
You tap them on the shoulder,
Give them,
shake.
give them a shake.
Give them a shake.
Scream.
Scream in the air if you have to.
Okay. Continue.
Okay. Then Mr. Murray said goodnight, and Marble was alone again. It seemed to Marvin he had just crawled under the bird's skin when he heard the first bell. Continue.
Yes, continue.
Okay. The fire was out and the room was cold and dark. He lit the kerosene lamp and pulled on his double thick long underwear.
Kerosene. Kerosene is gas. Kerosene. There are some lamps that work with kerosene. Before electricity was created, was discovered, they were used kerosene or something else to burn. They were lamp with oil también, lámparas a base de aceite. Y así encendían. And pull on his double thick long underwear. Continue. Two pairs of socks, 2 pairs of knickers.
Oh.
And
2 sweaters. Then he put on his cut-down overcoat.
Okay, thank you. After the second bell, Marvin heard the jacks heading toward the eating hall. It was nearly time for his first job. He ran through the cold morning darkness and in the bunk house, peeked in, and counted 5 huge lumps in the shadows, 5 jacks in the sacks. Marvin waited just inside the door. Remember that when he went to the northern woods, he was a little boy. He was sent there to escape, to be safe from influenza. Copy, please.
May I go to the bathroom, please?
Okay, quickly and come back, please. Question number 1. Why was Marvin being sent to a lumber camp to work? Why parents decided to send him? You might be copying, everyone. I see that some of you are not copying. We have no time. Right, Ryan? It's time to copy. Why was Marvin being sent to a lumber camp to work? Why? He was living in the city with his family, mom, dad, and I think 2 sisters. But suddenly, his parents decided to send him to the woods, al bosque, to a lumber camp to work. Why he was sent over there? We discussed that at the beginning of the story. Why?
Because the
Influenza. There was an epidemic. Influenza. Marvin's parents sent him away because an influenza epidemic. If he was away, he might not become ill. Okay, it was the worst epidemic in big cities and many people were dying. So in order to save him, that's what the purpose, he was sent away the city. Okay, because unfortunately those parents thought, let's try to save at least one child. The other girls, the sisters, Marvin's sisters, were in danger. They stayed in the city, they stood in the city, and they were in danger. Why the parents decided to send him instead of the girls? Because says the girls were not allowed to travel far by themselves. They could not go. Second, they could not go and work in a lumber camp, como en un campo de leñadores. Girls, no. So that's why they decided to send Marvin, because he was a boy and he can work in a lumber camp. What were the two Marvin's jobs at the logging camp? Oh, well, first of all, it was his parents thought that he could be a bookkeeper. See, Marvin's jobs were to keep the payroll, bookkeeper. That was one job. The second one, and to wake up the late risers in the bunk house. Sometimes, yes, and here in my house, I have one of my kids that, oh my goodness, it's so difficult to wake her up. So that's what Marvin's also do. Marbles also did. Levantaba a los que no se querían levantar in the bunk house. And the number 3, did Marvin like the lumber camp? What do you think? You think he likes it or he didn't? Why do you think? He likes it or he didn't? No answers?
Yes.
You think he likes to be in the lumber camp? You think he did? Probably yes, because he was dazzled by the people he saw, and he liked having a room by his own. Probably yes. Okay, it's 11:32. This week you have a reading homework. Yeah, I am going to upload this in Schoology, and all of you have to send me a picture, please. All of you, to copy these 3 questions and answer. You have, well, today, no homework, but you had a homework for this week in reading. You have to complete, a drawing conclusion worksheet. Drawing conclusion. We worked drawing conclusion last week. So the picture of these questions will be in a Schoology. And please, don't forget to send me picture. If you copy the questions today, you can send the picture today. What happened, Suak?
You say that these work are in school.
It will be.
So you're going to send right now or
No, when you finish. I am going to submit the picture in Schoology, the 3 questions, and you can copy it from there, and then you send me your picture. In Schoology, please. Not to WhatsApp, okay? No WhatsApp. All the work have to be submitted in Schoology, okay? See you in a couple of minutes in the next class. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Miss.